this is public, but the reason I stepped out of tier one, or made a decision not to try to go back or whatever, it's because I dealt with injury. I have still dealing with some arm pain. Winthrop was a good decision for me just because it aligned with my kind of end game plans of going back to school after. They're a strong collegiate team even before I joined, and so I'm now in a position in life where I can go to school for free and still pursue my passion that I have for competing. It's just a little bit less rigorous than obviously a full-time tier one kind of schedule. I don't play as much, so it's good for my hand. Today, I'll be honest, it was most I played in a while, but I had fun. Definitely had some flaring up though in my hand towards the end. That's why I combined the Odin.
No, yeah, most definitely. We're just gonna do there's no intro needed. I mean, for those of you who
Yeah.
don't know, Governor Winthrop, Winthrop University, beating in Ascension Americas. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Just going a little bit now into just sort of the injury you mentioned. That how are you feeling with that? Has it kind of been at 100%, near 100%? Where is it at right now for you at this moment in time?
I'd say it definitely depends. I don't experience pain usually during when I play, because I've cut down on my playtime. That being said, for this tournament, I've been playing a lot more, just to get in form, really pushing myself. So it's been flaring up a bit, I'll be honest, but it's been manageable. Um, enough to obviously still be competitive, but I wouldn't say I'm 100%. But I mean that's okay because um, I feel like I make up for it a lot in my kind of role here at Winthrop. I think a lot of players suffered from nerves in the first map. Um, I did try my best trying to keep everything controlled and emphasizing to play in scrims, and I feel like that's my role. And not that I don't have to shoot, but I think my impact goes beyond that as well, despite what people think.
I heard in the broadcast that the commentators were mentioning you as the Vives merchant. Is that accurate? Are you essentially the Vives merchant of this Winthrop team?
I would say it's more. I would say it's more Moobs as the vibe merchant.
Hmm.
I try to be, but he's probably more consistent at it. Um, I guess I'm more of. I mean, the map we lost, I did a bad job. I was kind of out of it too. Kind of lost composure, but I'd say I'm more so the keep everyone calm merchant because we're overheating a lot today, and I kind of have to be the one to say let's calm down, guys. But yeah.
Kind of curious as to how you view the sort of the workaround of yourself being a player while also being a student in this squad. Do you feel like having to juggle both things is much more difficult compared to your usual days as a pro player, playing for Apex, playing for Talon? Is it harder this time around than back then, or what else?
I would say yes. Excuse me, I have a cough. I would say yes. This last 3-4 months I've been at Winthrop have been, I guess, this last month and a half. I've had a lot on my plate. Obviously, I'm practicing. I have school. Uh, also, I'm in a relationship now, so it's I got to balance school, work, and relationship. It's just a lot. Luckily, um, my girlfriend's been really supportive, so she's been really understanding, and I've had a lot of time to just kind of focus on trying to balance the other two because she understands. Because after this tournament is over, what do you call it? We're gonna take a break from practicing, and we'll have more time to do our other stuff. But yeah, this last month and a half, just to sum it all up, has been a real struggle. Half my day is school, half my day is practice. I get no sleep. It's been rough.
I remember, well, not really remember, but I heard in the press conference that happened a few moments ago prior to this recording is, some of you guys are actually having to do homework during this stay in Brazil. Do you got any assignments going on right now for you, Governor?
Yeah,
Do you got any
I
assignment you got to turn in?
I don't. I'm not a procrastinator, so do a lot of my stuff beforehand. I think I have an assignment due in a couple days though, but I'm probably just gonna do it tonight. I know some of the guys yesterday were like scrambling to do their homework like before deadline, but I usually try to do mine a little bit before because I'm cognizant of the fact that we are, we do have to practice and we do have to manage our time.
Well, what's the homework about? What do you got to like work on?
Well, I'm a biology major, so I mean, it's a liberal arts school, so I got writing classes, I got my course like my chemistry, biology classes, and then some other courses, but just some writing homework. I gotta do an essay, and then I don't have homework for chemistry and biology, but I have classes that I'm missing that I have to go back and rewatch the lecture and like take notes. I got to do that probably tonight or tomorrow.
Why biology? Why is that your major?
I chose biology because before I chose to do esports, my plan going into school, like was in high school, was to be a dentist, and I kind of had my eyes set on going to dental school and doing it biology. Uh, and it's just kind of something I just went back to. So yeah, it was always kind of on my mind.
Oh, that's actually very interesting. Like just to know the sudden change, because from like the outside looking into your career, Governor, it's been like a massive shift for you in this entire year, calendar year. Because of course, start off the year with talent, and then you parted ways from that team, joined Apex for like stage 2, and then you had that injury, having to work through that, and then finishing EMEA, and then now here. Do you feel
Yeah,
like it's
I mean,
been? Do you feel like it's
it's
been
been
such a
it's been
whirlwind?
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you asked me a year ago, or I'll be honest, a year ago, I saw myself doing this, competing for the next 10 years of my life. But yeah, I mean, the injury kind of changed everything for me. It kind of opened my perspective. I guess I lived in a bubble. Um, kind of just was under the impression, nothing can go wrong. I'm just going to compete and just have fun, live this life. Once I got injured, it kind of changed everything for me. Like, as I said, I kind of thought more ahead, and then the idea of schools like came back to me. I kind of realized like, where am I going to be in 10 years? Am I going to be able to do this? Obviously, with the injury, no. So, I mean, school is just a natural thing.
I
But yeah,
guess
it's been a weird shift.
I guess it really just gave you like sudden that those major alarm bells that like gave more so like the realization as to like understanding like, okay, I can't really compete any much longer. I have to have a backup plan. You know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, most definitely. Like, um, regardless of what happens here, like in Ascension and your contribution to the team, do you already have like a time frame as to like how much longer you plan on seeing yourself competing, because of the injury and just
Oh no, I
other
mean,
than that?
I see myself competing. Like this whole time. It's just there's a big difference between competing. There's a very big difference between competing in tier one and practicing 10 hours a day than in collegiate. Um, I can play without pain. I just can't play without pain for 10 hours a day. That's what it is for me.
One more question real quick, I'm gonna have to wrap it up very soon. What are your expectations for this team in this competition? How far do you feel this team can go in Ascension?
Um, I'll be honest. Like, if you asked me that question a month ago, I would tell you we're just gonna get grouped because we're playing really bad. Some of the worst Valorant I've ever witnessed. But we've worked our asses off, man. The last, like, in preparation for this, brought in some new coaching staff, and we've made so much progress. I think, uh, I really think we can win the whole thing. I don't care that we're a third seed. Obviously, one play-ins. I think the team that we are now versus 30 days ago is night and day. We're not even the same team, different comps. Um, everything's been so well drilled now, and like I don't see us losing unless it's like to ourselves and we make our mistakes. But our scrim results have been good. Or this match was good. It was promising. There's some nerves, but yeah, I think we can make it the whole way.
Love the confidence, Governor, and hopefully we can see a much more better, improved version in the next ensuing matches. Appreciate the time you've given me. Congrats on making it to main event, and hopefully I can talk to you again in the future. So best of luck in the future as well.